I'm a scaredy cat. I don't like viruses, cooties. I don't want none of it, just because it's making me heated. I really should read more nonfiction, even if it makes me uncomfortable. Hello, and there are many, many books that I am going to try and read today. Wish me luck. So I figured, oh, hi, I'm Jessica Nicole Dickerson, aka J&D, and welcome back to another video. And if you don't know, I'm currently doing a giveaway and gonna be hosting my own readathon. Check out the video for the details. I'm so excited to give back to you guys, my subscribers. I just love this community so much. Okay, but getting into the TBR and the books that I want to read. So Jessie from Bow Ties and Books is hosting a Queer Blackathon, like quick weekend readathon. Words escape me. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing any like prompts or anything like that. I'm just going to be trying to read as many queer lit as possible from my Pride TBR video, which I spoke about, like I posted that at the beginning of June. And right now I'm in the middle of The Taking of Jack Livingstine, so I'm hoping to finish that today. I just got and started reading Ace of Spades. Oh, and then there was two other books. It's one that's called Sasha Masha, which is a story from a trans perspective. It's a short kind of memoir-esque story. I really am looking forward to that, but that's audiobook, so I don't have a physical book of it. And same with Black Boy Out of Time, also another audiobook, but that one is available through Kindle Unlimited. So those are all my like black lit options, whereas I just have some other Pride related options like The Princess and the Fangirl, Trouble Girls, and Perfect on Paper. All books I really want to finish in the month of June, but I'm kind of leaning towards the black lit today for the readathon. We'll see what happens. But I do, these are arcs, so I feel bad that I haven't read them yet. Trouble Girls and Perfect on Paper, and technically I was sent this book to the Once Upon a Con series. So there's so many books I want to read, but I don't think I can because I have work to do. Help. Help me. Let me just start reading. I'm also doing my live show soon, so if you don't know, I do weekly live sprints on my channel on Sundays, so you can come join. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing that on my channel now, so be excited. God, it's so hot. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta go. Don't mind me, I'm a literal mess right now. I feel so sweaty, but I just did my Sunday weekly reading sprints and they were so good. I ended up reading 140 pages of Ace of Spades. I'm shook to my core. I can't believe I've never read that much during a stream, because normally I read about 80 or so pages and I read 140. I'm so gonna finish this book today. And also I'm hoping to finish The Taking of Jake Livingstine. I think those are gonna be my two focus points. I think I wanted to read Perfect on Paper and Trouble Girls because they're arcs, but I do want to focus on like the Blackathon queer readathon. It's the whole kind of point of this video. Oh my god, my hair is so messy. Ignore me. I'm such a mess. Oh my god, my room's a mess. I'm a mess. Just that's the content we do. But I also wanted to mention I just joined Jessie's live stream. They're with Jan, and I muted them so you don't hear them talking over me because that would just be weird audio. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing joining in their reading sprints. I'm gonna get so much reading done today. I do also have to work on some script stuff. I have 2 self-tapes to do for auditions tomorrow. And y'all, one of them is for a movie that I want to be in so bad. Can't tell you what, obviously, because I don't want to be sued. Little girl don't have no money. I have so much energy. But yeah, that's the update. It's currently 4 p.m. and I'm gonna go have my first meal of the day because I'm a bad adult. Oh man, I tried to get a clip of it. Jessie's dog. How am I supposed to do anything with this cuteness happening? You see that? It was being so cute. Oh my gosh, okay. But while I was eating my little lunch, it's done now, I started reading Black Boy Out of Time, a memoir, and I'm only 6% of the way through, so I'm on literally like page 11. But it's so interesting how they're talking about a lot of things that I talked about in my class about decolonization, decolonizing your mind in specific. We read a book literally called that, because how can you live in a world that has so many anti-black systems in place? Like literally the systems are to exclude, and then it talks about anti-queer things like religion and things like that, where you're supposed to be providing comfort and necessities like food and shelter to people who are underprivileged, but then you create a space that's so human. So it's interesting because we're talking about his grandmother who had bipolar disorder, and he kind of briefly mentions that she was misdiagnosed or diagnosed too late, and a lot of her upbringing was triggered by her blackness. Like, when she would, during protests, when she would protest for the rights of black people and things like that, and the trauma she faced against police only accentuated her issues. So it was interesting because the narrative voice, was talking about how he used to blame his grandma for like all this stuff. Like, oh, he would blame her disorder and be like, you're weird, like I don't like this. And now he's realizing the world that they live in is so anti-black and anti-queer, and how do we change that? And he was talking about, you would need a whole new world, you would need a whole new God, because in the religions we have, there is like kind of no space, at least on paper and what we've seen, and that black people are trying to create space. It goes on and on and on. This is such an interesting read. I highly recommend it. It's available on Kindle Unlimited, so if you have that, I think Kindle Unlimited is like $5 a month. I know they also have a free trial period. I highly recommend it. It's really interesting because he's going through his process of how he's thinking, and how the systems, though oppress people, they make it seem like it's your fault for not fitting in, and that you being the black person or the queer person, they end up fighting other people in their same group for not assimilating the same way. So you're not ever challenging the structure, you're challenging other people's beliefs instead of actually creating change and talking to the system and asking the system to change. Everyone's trying to assimilate and trying to get in line, and when someone's not in line, people fight. So it's interesting. But yeah, I am gonna keep reading, and I'm watching the live show with Jesse and Jan. Look at the doggo. Look at the doggo being so cute. I'm cleaning while listening to the audiobook, and he's talking about a real life event of a woman who was trying to live stream when the officers were coming in for a traffic violation with their guns blazing, and how they contacted Facebook before to suspend her account so she wouldn't be able to live stream the event. And he's bringing up a great point that for the Black Lives Matter movement, we always highlight the people who are, hands up during these circumstances. Like, we only value their life because they did the right thing, that they didn't fight back. They were good people, and they had this happen to them. Whereas when people try and fight back, record literally like someone's entering your home with a weapon, and you're supposed to be allowed to defend your property and yourself, but like when black people do it against police, it's bad. And we don't talk about those events because they're looked down upon, because you're supposed to always have your hands up. It's also a systematic problem because we are telling people that this is how you're supposed to respond, but the issue isn't changing. And also, why frown on the people for acting and reacting to a system that's killing them? I have so many thoughts and feels. This book may not be a good choice for my mental health, so I don't know if I'm going to continue to comment on it, but just because it's making me heated. But I just thought that was interesting to share with you. This whole book is very interesting, and I'd probably want to share a lot of it with you, but I don't know if I will, because it makes me heated just thinking about all the lives lost. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna come down. Oh god, you can see the mess behind me. Ignore it. So I have been listening to Black Boy Out of Time, and I know I said I wouldn't really update you too much about the contents of the book anymore, and I really won't, because I feel like it's so dense. It's so dense. Every other like page he drops just knowledge bombs, and I really love them, and I really should read more nonfiction, even if it makes me uncomfortable, because it's talking a lot about race and gender and queerness and all this stuff, and I think it's so important. But it does make me uncomfortable, or it makes me angry sometimes, like the way they were talking about the health system and not being able to help his grandma with her bipolar disorder, to the point of her living a difficult life, like how her quality of life was impaired because of it. So it can be hard to read, and I think that's why I don't like reading a lot of nonfiction. But the thing is, those are the nonfictions that I would want to read. Like, I wouldn't want to read too many like self-help books, or like I feel like the narratives I would want to read are similar to the contemporary that I read, and a lot of the contemporary I read are like, you know, about black lit, about black lives. This is about a black queer boy. Ace of Shades is about a black queer boy and a girl, black girl. Like, I love those narratives, but I guess it's easier to digest them when they just talk about like your everyday racial issues and things like that. That I guess is more digestible for me because those are the things I experience, and also don't experience too much because I am a light skin. I got my own privilege. I totally recognize that, but it's very similar when it comes to like conversations about hair or how I am Afro-Latina, and it's like being mixed is so weird. So I see myself in a lot of the fiction that I read, and the issue with nonfiction is that it's just to the 100% of just how can I live in a world that is so anti everything that is who I am, and I can be a little defeatist. So I think that's why I tend to not read too many nonfiction. But I also think the thing is, yes, those issues are hard to talk about, but I am more powerful after reading them and educating myself about these systems and how they do abuse their power because of my lack of education. So yeah, I should keep reading them. We'll see. I'm still a little shook. But yeah, I have been listening to that. I'm 3 hours in. I'm like at the 25% mark. It's so good. It's so good. But I did make dinner, so I have a little fish here. Gosh, yeah, I'm so messy. I apologize. Here's my din din. I have fish, and I have a bunch of cans of hash browns. So it's like potatoes and beef, ground beef. Very good. I just saute it so it's really nice and crunchy. I don't know if you can tell how crunchy it is. And then I have rice with furikake because I'm a weird person, and there's a little bit of sriracha in there. This is basically like a rice bowl that's just deliciousness with fatty, greasy food, carby rice, and a semi-healthy fish. I'm gonna get to eating. I'm gonna take a little YouTube break, but yeah, I kind of hope that I can finish. I don't know what books I'm gonna be able to finish in the next like couple hours. I'm gonna give myself also tomorrow to read, but I have so many things to do. I'm literally going to go meet my family for the first time in a few weeks. I haven't seen my family since last Christmas, and like not 2020, but Christmas of 2019 has been that. It's been that long since I've seen my entire family. And tomorrow night my parents are coming to get me, and we're gonna go hang out. We're all vaccinated, and we all still social distance. Like, all of my videos are from my room. I don't go out often, and if I do, it's with people who are vaxxed and in small groups where we can stay distant, because, you know, I'm a scaredy cat. I don't like viruses, cooties. I don't want none of it. But yeah, so there's so much that I need to get done beforehand. Finishing videos, finishing this video, editing. I have like 4 videos I want to edit. I have 2 self-tapes I need to do, and that's like work. So I need to do them. So I think for the rest of the night I may read just a tinge more of this, but I have work to do, so you might not see me till tomorrow. But I'm gonna eat this fish. Bye. God, my room looks so bad. I was about to hit the hay, and then I realized I really haven't told you exactly what I read today, because I had my live stream, reading sprints, you know what I mean. And I managed to read 140 pages of Ace of Spades, which is so cool. I'm really enjoying it. So if you don't know, this is a new release about a kind of private-y, uppity high school, and they are kind of elite. Out of each class, like grade level, they pick the perfects, few students who are really good at, I don't know, school activities, and this school is very divisive, and a lot of the kids are kind of against each other for popularity and attention because they think it'll help them in the future. I'm really liking it so far, and then it has Gossip Girl elements where someone's trying to take down those elite students. Very cool so far, very dramatic, and I'm loving it. So 140 pages. So besides that, which is so far a fun read, I am about 220 pages into this. I read about 40 pages of this today, not as much as I wanted to, but that means 180 pages. So The Taking of Jake Livenstein is about a boy who sees dead people. Basically, I feel like that's all I should say, because the story is very eerie and creepy, and I'm trying to connect the dots. It kind of almost feels thrillery with like all the murders and things and people he sees, like, because he sees people who have died in their last like loop, so of them getting hurt or killed. I will say the main protagonist kind of really doubts himself and really puts himself down. So it's like kind of a sad perspective to have, in addition to him seeing dead people, and I'm kind of hoping he gets a little bit more confident. I'm getting towards the tail end of the story, so we'll see. But I'm enjoying it. I think it's like a solid 3-star, where Ace of Spades I'm enjoying a little bit more because the characters are a little bit more complex, in my opinion, because they're not just like, I hate myself. They are like, I love myself, I hate myself, I love myself, I hate myself. I want the best for me, I don't want the best for me. So yeah, but I will say that in Ace of Spades, I feel like the black pride really just ain't there. They both feel so insecure about their blackness, so that's a shame. And I'm not getting Get Out vibes from Ace of Spades either. It's supposed to be like Get Out meets Gossip Girl, and they're in an all-white school, but that doesn't make it really Get Out like, unless the white people start like doing weird psychological stuff. We'll see. As for Black Boy at a Time, I managed to read, let's see, 33%. How many pages? 105 pages of it. So that means I read a total of 280 pages. What I will be trying to read just a little bit more tomorrow, probably not too much. I might try and finish Black Boy at a Time. That's maybe the plan. But tomorrow's gonna be busy, so yeah. So I am going to quickly wrap up this vlog. I had so much fun, and thank you to Jessie, and I think Starla also hosted, I didn't mention that before, so I'll link the channels below, this queer Juneteenth-a-thon, readathon, blackathon. There's a name for it, I swear, I just don't, it escapes me right now, oops. But I managed to, in this kind of 48-hour period, I didn't have as much free time as I wanted, just because life got in the way. And I mean, good things, like I love getting self-tapes and auditions, but it interrupts my reading, which is a crime, honestly, a serious crime. Okay, not actually a crime, I'm just being dramatic. But as you guys know, I was reading The Taking of Jack Livenstein, which I only got 40 more pages into. Yeah, I only got 40 more pages into this, and then this, I had my live stream where I was doing reading sprints for 4 hours. Probably the most reading I've ever done in the history of me doing live like reading sprints. I got 140 pages into Ace of Spades, and I'm actually very excited to keep reading this. This book is fun and very eerie, so I guess I can talk more about these books. And I also got 200 pages into Black Boy at a Time, which is such a good memoir, but we'll talk about that in a second. The total amount of pages I managed to read throughout this whole readathon was 380 pages. Imagine if I just read one book. I could have finished a book, but no, I was in the middle of freaking 3 books. Like, I always do this to myself. But yeah, wanted to talk about The Taking of Jake Livenstein by Ryan Douglas. So this is about a boy who is gay, and he sees dead people, and there are a few murders near him and things like that, and he's gonna solve them because there's a little mystery. I don't want to like spoil the mystery, but it's very interesting. The narrative voice is super eerie and atmospheric, which I'm loving so far, but I can't wait to figure out exactly what the F the mystery is going. Like, I'm a little confused at the moment. I need help. I need to finish and be fully informed. But it's a fun ride so far, and this comes out at the beginning of July, so hopefully very soon, depending on whenever I upload this video. And then we have Ace of Spades, which is Gossip Girl meets Get Out. And it was funny, I was talking to someone on the live stream that this feels more like Pretty Little Liars, because it's people texting other people about exposing drama and stuff like that, so it's Gossip Girl-esque, but sometimes it feels like the person, Ace, or Aces, the person who's sending out the information, does things to actively make the character look bad, which is very much Pretty Little Liars in my opinion. But yeah, we have two perspectives in this book. One, or both of them are black. One from someone who is from the like wrong side of the tracks, and the other girl who is working to try and get that generational wealth. So that's why it also doesn't feel Gossip Girl-esque, just because there's just not a lot of like... I'm dead. I've literally been trying to finish this video and upload a video on my channel. It's currently like June 30th on this side of the camera, like, and I filmed this like last week. But yeah, apparently my memory card is corrupt, which is so terribly sad. I don't even know what the F up is going to say after this clip. But yeah, I read Ace of Spades, a little bit of The Taking of Jake Livenstein, and Black Boy at a Time. I read 200 pages of that, but I am going to try and challenge myself to read more nonfiction. I think that's the only thing I was going to say at the end. I want to educate myself more. I want to, you know, I want to be a well-rounded person. I want to enjoy life, reading contemporary, reading high fantasy, urban fantasy, all that stuff, really enjoying myself. But I also want to learn more. I want to expand my mind, and also that way I don't fall into the traps that are kind of set in our world, and just learn more about it. I think it's very crucial and important to becoming a well-rounded person. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to attempt to read more nonfiction, and y'all gotta hold me accountable. We'll see. I recently purchased like 2 nonfictions, so we'll see how I handle it, how I go. I do feel slightly more empowered after reading Black Boy at a Time. I still haven't finished it yet. I'm still trying to finish it. I like reading nonfiction. I think it's something I need to do more often. So yeah, that's the goal. That's the aim of the game. This was a really fun reading experience. I really learned a lot about myself and my reading tastes, and how I'm capable of reading 140 pages. Actually, I read the audiobook was kind of double speed, and I was doing laundry and cleaning and stuff, but I read like 180 physical pages this day, like during this vlog, which is insane. I've never done that before, so I hope to continue to push myself to read more. Y'all, I'm working on my brain power this year. It's gonna happen. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you reached this point of the video, leave down below this emoji so I know you are the real MVP. Also, just a reminder to enter the giveaway. It won't be closing till after the Sunshine Readathon, so if you don't know the details, I'm doing 3 giveaways. I'm giving away 3 books to 3 different people on my YouTube platform, my Instagram platform, and my Twitter platform. So make sure you enter your chances to win all 3 of them. I'm giving away lots of exciting books, and you may want to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because during the week of Sunshine Readathon, the readathon I'm hosting, I'm going to be doing probably 1 more giveaway. I'm probably going to be doing 1 more giveaway in addition to the 3 giveaways I'm already doing. It's going to be a wild time. I'm so excited to give back to you guys. You guys are thebomb.com, and I love you so much. I hope this video gave you a little bit more sunshine. If you want more content from me, maybe check out my Patreon. Other than that, I hope you have a good mother effing day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.